there we go, to Tobago, that paradise, found by Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Princess Margaret say, come to Bago for holiday. Now the whole world say, come to Bago for holiday. Smile, let we smile in Tobago. That paradise found by Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Ronald Reagan say, come to Bago for holiday. Now Bill Clinton say, come to Bago for holiday. If you want a happy vacation, you can get it right here in my land. If you want a happy vacation, you can get it right here in my land. Situated south of America, on the border of Venezuela, the land of Robinson Crusoe. I introduce you to the island of Tobago. Everybody come, let we go to Tobago. That paradise found by Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Boris Yeltsin say, come to Bago for holiday. I heard he flew in today. Come to Bago for holiday. Tobago, the best island in the West.
Come to Bago for holiday.
And once a year you must visit the rainforest.
Come to Bago for holiday.
Drive about the countryside every day.
Come to Bago for holiday.
Make sure you visit Englishman's Bay.
Come to Bago for holiday.
Motor over all them winding hills.
Come to Bago for holiday.
Make your way to scenic Charlottesville.
Come to Bago for holiday.
And when you get up there, do just as I say.
Come to Bago for holiday.
Hide down the steps into Pirates Bay.
Come to Bago for holiday.
And when you're coming back home on your homeward ride,
Come to Bago for holiday.
spend a little time in romantic Speyside.
Come to Bago for holiday.
In Speyside, lovers romp and play.
Come to Bago for holiday.
Some go swimming and diving with the manta ray.
Come to Bago for holiday.
Once in Tobago, you must have a ball.
Come to Bago for holiday.
Go to the rainbow and Argyle waterfall.
Come to Bago for holiday.
Beauty beyond belief.
Come to Bago for
Take the
holiday.
glass bottom boat ride out to Pukuri.
Come to Bago for
Out
holiday.
there, where those exotic fishes cool.
Come to Bago for holiday.
And you must take a dip in the famous Nyland pool.
Come to Bago for holiday.
Once in Tobago, obey the golden rule.
Come to Bago for
On
holiday.
Sunday nights, you must go down to Sunday school.
Come to Bago for holiday.
You think that Sunday school is any mere trifle?
Come to Bago for holiday.
You think you're going down there with hymn book and Bible?
Come to Bago for holiday.
Don't expect to sit down in any pew.
Come to Bago for
My
holiday.
friend, you gotta wear your dancing shoes.
Come to Bago for
And you can
holiday.
dance and dance and dance and dance and dance.
Come to Bago for
And you go
holiday.
prance and prance and prance and prance and prance.
Come to Bago for
And with a
holiday.
loving dance, you could make such sweet romance.
Come to Bago for
And give a
holiday.
performance as if ants inside your pants.
Come to Bago for holiday.
Come to Bago, come to Bago.
Come to Bago for holiday.
Come to Bago, come to Bago.
Come to Bago for holiday.
Come to Bago, come to Bago.
Come to Bago for holiday.
Come to Bago, come to Bago. Come to Bago for holiday.
Okay, good evening, everybody. How everybody going? Good evening, Tobago. Good evening, Trinidad. Good evening, Canada, Atlanta, California, Maryland. Where's this scene? What going on? What are you up to? Are you ready for what we have in store for you this evening on live with JB? What going on? Hey now, thing gonna turn up this evening here on Live with GB. So welcome to season 3, episode 5 of Live with GB, sponsored by Catch the Wave Solutions and the Pride of Tobago Foundation. So this evening is about Bago's Art Festival, celebrating Ahwee Masters of Art and Music right here in Tobago. A special good evening, Miss Annette. I see you reach. Miss Kim, you reach. Oh, good, Miss Sharon. Hey, what now? Two favorite Miss Sharon right now. Miss Sharon Clegon and Miss Sharon Dinoon. Special good evening to all the nice Miss Sharon's and them out there. You understand? Um, a special good evening to Miss Julia, Tessa, Miss Donna, Abigail, Denise, Keon, Miss Sorette, my uncle Fred, and here what now? I don't know where is Mr. Wizard of Oz. Oh, let him know if he's here. Please comment. I need to know he's back from Dubai. Because I don't know if Michelle and Miss Sharon left him there. So out for a surprise this evening. A special good evening to my uncle Fred. I love to see when you comment. It is make my heart smile because you are one of those that, don't comment much. So I love to see it. So Miss Anela, good evening. Miss Big Jojo. Big up Maryland, all the way from Maryland. A special good evening to all you. So all you don't know, I want all you to share up the life. Send it in a friend inbox. Send it on our WhatsApp group link and let them know. Call out Tobago. Call out those from Tobago, even in the diaspora. Let them know time to run out the self. You understand? Come out and be treated with an awesome show this evening. Yeah, big things are going this evening. Good evening, Maya. Good evening, Miss Anela. See you all just joined. Remember to share the live. Oh God, Miss Elliot, happy birthday on behalf of Catch the Wave Solutions and the Pride of Tobago Foundation, along with Live with JB. A special happy birthday to you. I remember you were the first what you call it on Facebook, this Facebook page. What's the name of it again? The first star. You are one of the number one followers. Facebook suggested randomly. They choose you because you probably would have been the most active person. So a happy birthday to you, my love, and thank you for your continued love and your support. I know you're going to age gracefully and beautifully as you are. Miss Claudia Matthews, special good evening to you. Yes, thank you very much, Miss Jojo. I appreciate it. So, before we get into the nitty gritty of this show this evening, I want to share with all you a little recap of what JB has been doing. Hello, Miss Diane. You reach all in playing and I like that. I like when they're coming and they're flooding out my comments and they're talking to me. I want all to interact with me in the comments today because, yeah, what now? I have some dynamic guests for all you on Live with JB. So, also, you know who have been on my mind lately a lot? Mr. Happy. Oh God, I never meet somebody, but just meet virtually and love so. Can't wait again to have him on the show. We'll have him soon. But a special good evening to you, Mr. Happy. And as I heard you singing in that song, it was like, oh, my Mr. Happy. So, well, I don't know. So let me give a little recap about what JB have been doing quickly. Basically, I putting out the disclaimer out there one time. I had to tell all you and I had to share it with all you. I don't want nobody walk away from live with JB and say, big old man like she now learning to cook. All they know all the girl is a star in the kitchen. No! Yeah, what now? Ask me what I can cook. Let's tell you, I'm talking very biggish this evening. So, growing up in an orphanage, you don't have the privilege as the normal child to be in the kitchen and cooking and do like the average person. So, I mean, the kitchen was like foreign for me. No, not more that come out of the orphanage, you're living by people, they're providing for you. So you still don't have that going in the kitchen and cook. So your girl 2 years now, living on she own. So I start off fresh. I learning to cook and all that stay there. Big things are gone. It never too late to start. I might bloom late, but I blooming. You understand? And since I start to cook, me now work fast food again. I know how to taste for it. So let me show all some of the dishes I make now. Let me show off a little bit now. Hold on. So this is just some out of what I made, right? This was vegetables, chow mein, and chicken, and all the nice vegetables you can think about here now, man. And it tastes good. Here now, I eat all. The pot was empty. Check it out. Right. Then we go on again, man. That wasn't it. I prepare some baked fish, baked chicken, sorry, some vegetables, some sweet potato, some all I hear about red beans and rice and stewed chicken. Well, all right. And all them might want to know who teaching me all this big food here. Look, the big chef here.
Right, earlier, so I saute my onion and my garlic. Look, the big chef there on the phone with me. Right, so what I do now, it's kind of sticking now with brown. So throw in the piece now. No, not.
So all I done no. All I get was cooking. Long story short, so big things are gone. Chef, mommy Cheryl again. Bad. It's all kind of nice food I'm making. So I don't want no more fast food. And I see my guests and them backstage really laughing at me. They're loving what they're seeing and I like that. So one thing I also want to let all you know. So your girl improving and she cooking she hot meals. So I can't wait for Miss Arlene to come back down from Atlanta and come and sit down upon my chair and let me cook a meal for her. Restaurants, nothing. And Miss Lyons had to come. Miss Lyons, all you know, before Miss Arlene even come, Miss Lyons had to come and sit down upon this chair and make me cook a meal for her too. So, so the growth development continue and it's never too late. And one more thing I want to share with all you that I have been doing. Now, we always tend to find a lot of people who probably didn't finish school, they don't know much, they don't have no education, they don't have any documents to show, or qualifications to show that they're good at anything. And all you know, like you'll have no formal education. All you know that I don't hide it. And according to my cheerleader, Miss Lyons, my shame back boss. But that's not an excuse to not learn and grow and develop. What I have been doing is I use my smartphones. Now there's all type of social media. It have an app that recently came out named TikTok. Listen to me, it's all over the place. Everybody hook on that app. I always say is what you do with your social media is how it will benefit you. So I have been following this guy, probably from America or something, doing some learn your English and test your English skill. And have been learning. If you see a girl reaching out and all kind of things, they can do it. So I'm going to play a video to show all it too. Yeah, say they don't feel like waiting for big certificate to say I had diploma and I passed my English. English nothing. I will learn while I'm at it. Yeah, watch it.
Practice your English. I say red, you say blue. Have you seen an orange hat anywhere?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
I said, have you seen an orange hat?
Could you say that again?
Orange hat. See it anywhere?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
I said, orange hat. Have you seen it?
Nope. Sorry, I haven't seen it.
Brilliant, thanks. Conversation practice, interview edition. I'll say red, you say blue, and duet this. So, tell me about yourself.
I've been working in the marketing industry for over 5 years, primarily as a social media manager.
Brilliant, sounds great. Anything else?
I most recently worked on a campaign to promote a local clothing company.
Okay, great. And how do you see yourself moving forward?
Now I'm looking to expand in other areas of marketing and gain experience with new products.
Oh God, I was lying down and doing the interview, but that was my personal time, and this is how I was making use of my technology and what I do on social media. It had too much comments and bacchanal and this one cussing that one. I don't have time for that type of energy. 2022, we're dealing with whatever could grow and develop us. There's no excuse. So I enjoy doing my little English with that guy there virtually, and he would write everything for you to read. So that way you're testing your reading skills as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, big, young, old, medium, it's never too late to start somewhere. You don't need to start off with a big diploma and big thing to say, oh, no, I passed for this and I passed for that. It's the little drops we put in the basket to help us with our growth and development is very important. So never be afraid to invest in that. Don't study, you didn't have it. Yeah, technology giving you everything you need. Work on your growth and development. It's never too late. So big up me. I don't play. I working on my development. And I like to talk local. And everybody know by now to the new guests and them who backstage on live with JB, we don't come here and we don't talk proper English. We keep it local. We talk Tobago. Are we boy? Are we girl? Backstage. All they don't know. We talk local. We have no time for no fancy words and stand up this way and pose. Local. Authentic is how you get it. So let me get into the nitty-gritty of the things. Good evening, Randy. Good evening, Tessa, my love. How are you? And Miss Diane, I see you reach. Let's share up the live for me. And after when I go and check, I must see everybody who was watching this live reshare. All of us reshare it. Send it in other WhatsApp group, all kind of thing. Invite other Tobagonian, Trinidadians, all over the world. Invite your friends to tune in. So let me get into the nitty gritty of the thing now. Let me go into the safety message because here now we are about to let us dance to get us dance started. So I don't know the tourism sector is opening up more and more almost every other week and so on in Tobago. And our team on live with JB, courtesy Trinidad and Tobago soca queen, Miss Patrice Roberts, is mining we business. Not the people business, eh? We own business, we mining. That is our team. So, what I have for all this evening is one Ahwee boy, a young tourism entrepreneur. Yes, one Ahwee boy who was on our show. I think it was 2 shows back he was here. Who remember? Who remember Captain Ricardo, Bago's Titan of the Sea? Who remember that? Who remember him? But here what? We pull him out this evening because that's one in with big guns. And we had to pull out the big guns because here the tourism sector opening up and we need some protocols. We need, some safety protocols. We need to learn. We need to know what to do. We need to know what to don't do. So, no further ado, let me bring out my big gun and show off on all you now. Mr. Ricardo, you ready to come out with my safety message? With our safety message? I'll bring out Mr. Ricardo. Hello, Mr. Ricardo. All right, I'm not seeing Mr. Ricardo in front of the camera, so while I wait on him, I want to say a special good evening. I miss out a very special lady of mine. Oh, may I miss you out, yeah? Because they say let's leave the best for last. Or don't get jealous, but let's see my Ahwee live with JB, walking encyclopedia. Ahwee Dr. Rita, pick up your whole self. A special good evening to you, my queen. Hope you're good. I see you backstage looking good. And you're showing off with those nice African things you're always wearing there to disturb me because it's so I love it. But you look beautiful. So where is Mr. Ricardo? Mr. Ricardo, we want we safety message. Are you there? Okay, Mercy. He reach. Mr. Ricardo, I'm pulling you up on his on the set now, eh? Good evening, Mr. Ricardo.
Yes, hi, how are you going, huh? Sorry for the delay.
I am fine. That's
Yes.
fine.
Yeah, so we're down in Boko actually, and we have a vessel that was sink now. So we have to pull it ashore actually.
Oh, wow. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
All
Let's see,
right.
can I this camera can switch? No,
Nah,
I
it
thought
wouldn't be
the
able to switch. You're gonna have
oh,
to
okay.
turn the phone or something if you want. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you're seeing in the back there.
Yeah, I seen in the back. Yeah, I seen
Right.
ropes
Okay.
and those things.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Nice man.
Yeah. So if you can pull out. Yeah. So yeah. So regarding patrons when they come to the beach, right? So for those of you who wish to go on, well, actually beaches are open until 6. Um, for the reef boats and jet ski operators, they are all clear to operate. All of
Nice.
the reef boats actually have the hand sanitizer stuff on board, and they are sanitized on every trip. For
Mhm.
patrons going on these vessels, it is very important that you wear your face mask and social distance. It is 50% capacity. Patrons, if, for your safety, you must ensure that the vessel that you're on has insurance, and that is clearly displayed. You can ask to see that, right? Even for the people who want to rent jet skis, you must ask for to see the insurance, because when accidents happen, it happens really
Mhm.
fast and really swift. So,
Yeah.
with that in mind, please have a safe and wonderful. I don't know what they call this, pre-carnival.
Yeah. Phew,
Pre-carnival,
cannibal
yeah.
nothing. I will not be a part of that. But go ahead. Still tell them be careful.
Yeah, so let's be careful. And again, you do have rights. Again, insurance,
Mhm.
50% capacity, social
Yeah.
distance, wear your face mask.
Yeah. So, um, are we titan of the sea? Let me ask you a question. So you could tell us before you go, what is your role in Tobago's tourism?
Well, my aim really is to promote the tourism product as regards to the maritime product. So it's to ensure that the reef boats and them are safe, ensure that the jet ski people are safe in terms of how they do the operation, and you know, all marine stuff actually, are safe as
Yeah.
regards to regulation actually.
Nice.
So that persons can continue to come back after they get such a wonderful service.
Nice man. So thank you so much, Mr. Ricardo. But before you leave, give we a little peep around quick away there in Buku there.
Well,
Let some
we,
of
we
them out
just
in the diaspora grieve.
well, all right. We just came back from jet ski riding.
Woo!
I have one here. This one is mine, and
Hello.
then we have
Hello,
another
baby.
another one there,
Mm,
and then you have another one here.
that's one of the most fun things. I love riding the jet ski too bad. I like when
Well,
they take and throw you out in the water unexpectedly.
well,
It's just fun.
everybody have different enjoyments at different levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, could you tell us a little bit about vaccinated persons before you leave?
Well, currently,
Mhm.
the jet ski operators have not really took us a take with it. So those who
Mhm.
have vaccines and those who are not van, so basically it's still a mixture.
Mhm.
But they are social distancing and they are taking the necessary protocols until it becomes mandatory. There are a few guys who on the executive tours who actually they only want vaccinated people on board their vessel. So
Okay.
um, it's kind of mixed. Mixed views.
All
Yeah.
right. Nice. So basically we all need to follow the protocol by minding we own business and doing what is
Yes,
necessary.
you're
All
sure right.
right.
You're sure right.
So
Well,
before you go, I know I keep telling you before you go, but this gonna be the last request I feel. Somebody requested the water. They want to see the water. Show them the water there, now, man. Show them the nice
they want
water
to see
you
the
get
water.
around there. Yeah.
All right. So
Show them it a little bit.
for that person, gonna get a very nice. It's very lovely actually. So I'm not walking there. Mm-mm. Yeah.
Ooh, person happy too bad. I'm gonna put you on big screen so they would see it properly.
Right. So
Oh,
I don't
this.
know. You are able to see.
And the sun are go down to Papa
Yeah.
Loves. Yeah, man.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Ricardo, thank you so much. I know you're out there
Yes.
and you're doing your thing. So thank you for still taking that time on for coming on and still talking with us and briefing us about this whole situation. Thank you so much.
All
And
right.
we appreciate it.
All right. No problem, man. The idea is to spread safety as regards to the whole maritime industry and as regards to
Yeah,
especially when there are passengers involved,
yeah,
passengers or
there's
clients or
about.
patrons.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. Great, man.
All right. Okay. I don't know. That was a wee boy, Captain Ricardo, Bago's Titan of the Sea. So I don't know. Mr. Ricardo say all he had to say. Man, I none for tell all you again, other than tell all you, wash all your hands, watch all your distance, and wear all your mask. When all you're going out there, walk with an extra pair or two if you know you just sweat plenty. Walk with a little one or two extras so it will remain, you know, clean and nice and moist and everything will be good. So all you know what that to do. Do the right thing now, man. That is all we're doing. We're doing nothing but the right thing. So I hope you all was happy that you all get to see the water, the person that made the request. I hope you was happy. I know you will. So, all I don't know, we're going to move on to our next big gun here tonight. Our first reveal for the evening. Earlier on, all I heard about me and all I learned a few things about me that I doing. Now, let all are we get to know and learn more about our we masters of arts and music. So let me start with what? Arts, na man. So since we started off with the arts, let me bring out a wee girl. But before I bring out a wee girl, don't get frightened. Directors, don't get frightened. Don't get frightened at all. Before we bring out a wee girl, here we're going to do. I want you to watch this intro first. I don't know how we just do the thing.
One cannot discover new lands without consenting to lose sight of the shore for a very long time. If we want something we've never had, we may need to let go of what is known and comfortable. This was a lesson I learned some 12 years ago after suddenly losing my job. I decided then that I'd work for myself moving forward and create a life that felt meaningful, brought me joy, and encouraged my creativity. I've never looked back. Hashtag creating like the heart is on fire.
So we're gonna bring out a wee girl at Angel Adele. Miss Adele for me. So Mrs. Adele, you ready to come out?
Sounds good. Hello.
Good.
Good
Hi,
night.
good evening, Miss Adele. Welcome to Live with JB. How you doing with such a beautiful, bright smile?
You know, I am loving and enjoying you. And I was texting with Arlene. I was like, I love this girl. So
Thank
yes.
you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You know what I love about what it is yesterday? My takeaway from that video there, I find it was very motivating. And one thing that I would have left from that video is, if you want something you have never had at all, you may have to let go of what is known and what you're comfortable with. You
Yeah.
can't hold on to all of that and still want something. So that's my takeaway from that video. I love that part there. Too bad because that's
Yeah.
something we don't understand really at times. So
Yeah.
Miss Adele,
Yes,
go
ma'am.
ahead. So tell me
Uh,
where you're tuning in from.
so I'm tuning in from Sacramento, California. And just so you know, I have my props here. You may not hear the accent because I've been here a long time, but I'm from Red Hill, Dabity, the old Piaco Road, was born in Trinidad
Oh,
and then moved to the States. But my heart
wow.
is in Trinidad and Tobago. That video is from there. And when I lost
Okay.
the
That's
first time,
Trinidad Beach.
hmm?
That's Trinidad Beach that did the
Oh yeah,
video.
oh yeah. I think it
Oh,
might even be
okay.
Charlottesville. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
And so that's the first place I wanted to go to, when I wanted a sense of comfort was to come back to Tobago. Yeah.
Oh, that's what we're talking about, man. Nice, 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 nice. So tell me, Miss Adele. Um, hang on, what is this? Hold on, my screen is froze. Y'all hearing me?
Yes.
Okay. So tell us, Miss Adele, how you ended up on the journey you're on by discovering and promoting artists in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, yeah. So, my mom passed away suddenly when I was about 8, and I'd been living in Trinidad with my brother, and then we moved to the US. And it wasn't something that my family talked a lot about in terms of my culture, and I always wondered about that. And in the States, I think people viewed me as being African American, but I didn't know about that culture. And so, when I'd been coming to Trinidad and Tobago, and I was in Tobago, and there was a young man who was an artist,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I want to know who the real artists are. And he took me to meet Joseph Bacchus, and amazing wood sculptor. These are some of his things behind me. And I said to him, I noticed Joseph didn't catalog his work. So he'd make something, he'd sell it, and he'd have nothing to show of what he'd made. And I said to him, you know what, the next time I
Oh.
come back, I am going to bring photos of the work. And it turns out I was the first person who said that and did it. But when I returned, I didn't have a job. I thought I was going to lose my house. The mortgage meltdown was happening. And I would go visit with Joseph, and we'd have these conversations about purpose and manifestation. So, it was like a whole month of talking while he's carving under the mango tree, with the coconut fire husk. And I came back thinking, why can't I have a different kind of life? If this man
Oh.
could be an artist his entire life, why couldn't I have a life I wanted where I worked for myself? And so he and I began partnering on how I might help him promote his work. But then, Joseph said, wow, there are a lot of other people like me. And we didn't want well-known names. We weren't looking for the supervilles, but people like him doing this work that they're almost hidden in plain sight. And so over a period of 8 years, we were going back and forth between Trinidad and Tobago, seeking out these artists, where I interviewed them, I photographed their work, and this would not have happened without Joseph's connections and knowing all these folks. So we really formed a very important partnership, between who he knew. And now I'm getting ready to publish a book about some,
What?
um, yes,
A book?
a book called Creating Like the Heart is on Fire. And it is all
Mm,
Trinidad and Tobago artists. It's stories about them. There
okay.
are 19 stories of 18 people, from the bullhorn man who carves with, using cow and buffalo horn.
Wow.
There's the story of the origins of the temple in the sea,
Mm,
the
interesting.
the priestess who now manages it. She's one of only 3 Hindu priestess in Trinidad and Tobago. To Joseph, these are some of his smaller pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I could take you around my house. I have doors,
Oh boy.
have carvings of all of the Tobago Heritage Festival on that one door.
What? You not
Uh,
easy?
so these are just that's and what it did for me was, I thought that this knowledge about where I had
Mm-hmm.
come from was lost with my mother's passing. And I did not expect to get some sense of who I was and really where I belonged, where I'd come from, by
Mm-hmm.
really just the stories of these artists. And we were everywhere. I mean, we were out in Matlot, we were on Bobo Hill, we in Charlottesville. I mean, we were, some days we didn't even, I remember one time we did not, we wanted, there's a guy who worked in copper. We didn't have his name.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even know what
Wow.
village he lived in. We just rented a car, and then we stopped by all
Oh.
the wine shops. And
Mm-hmm.
like we all we knew is this nickname, Copper Man. And
Okay.
we stop at the bar, and they're like, "Is it Copper Man? Is it Copperhead?" They don't even know him, but they are. You know how these men are. They argue.
Yeah.
Then we had to go on to another bar, and it turns out somebody knew Joseph, but the guy didn't live there anymore. Then we had his father drove us to the next
Wow.
village. Right. So these are some of the adventures along the way. And you have Joseph who can talk about his work.
Yeah, I will bring him on. I'll bring him on just now so we could go into that aspect of this beautiful, unique type of art that I love very much. I always saw them but I never understood them, but we go understand today. So, Miss Adele, before I bring out Mr. Joseph, could you tell us a little bit about Middle Passage Arts?
Yes, that was a name that Joseph and I came up with. And the Middle Passage is that period of time, where people of African descent were transported from the African continent to the Caribbean and throughout, and that it has been one of those periods of how it shaped how we think. And so, really,
Mm-hmm.
when you think about Trinidad, we had a shorter period of slavery. And I think that that's some of why
Mm,
you find this abundance of creativity and confidence, even the way you talk, right? I mean,
right.
Trinidadians, I met a lady recently and I was like, I'm from Trinidad too, and she's like stately, 60 something. You know, the first thing out of her mouth,
Yeah.
you lie.
Oh boy.
I was like, okay, that's Trini. And so,
Mm-hmm.
Middle Passage Arts is about promoting the work of artists in the Caribbean. I focused in initially on people in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm hoping that by the end of the year, the book is published, and with the idea of
Wow. Excellent.
establishing a tour in the United States of the work of some of these folks. So, really, it's about
Mm,
how do you get the due
that's
for the
nice.
artist. So those of y'all are
Yes.
checking out, go find it on Middle Passage Arts. I'm in the process of looking for a publisher and a literary agent. They look at
Mm,
things like that, at Middle Passage Arts with an S.
nice. All right. That's what we're talking about. So you see this man, Miss Angel Arts I talk about so big, Mr. Joseph. Let me bring on Mr. Joseph now. But before I bring on Mr. Joseph, I don't know. I had to drop it like it's hot for here. We ain't bringing him out just so. Let's check out who Mr. Joseph really is. Papa laugh. So let's see unique talent. That's what they call unique art. All I thought it was normal art. All I was getting take that. Nice
And
things for that put all their money where their mouth is. So let me bring out reveal number two. And Miss Adele, it's everywhere you go, you just carry that bright smile. Everything but it does just sell out. Sure. All you need
by the way, you just saw my
you
bedroom door. The Bel Air dancer,
you're
that's my
smiling
bedroom door.
bright. Is he here? Hi, Mr. Joseph. Is he on?
Yes.
Yes, yes, I've seen you.
Could he, okay, I don't know. My connection is giving me a little problem. I'm not seeing you. I'm seeing a dark box, but we're gonna work with it still. All right, it come on. I kind of getting a little delay, but all I don't know, we're working with it still. So, Mr. Joseph, the man of the hour, who Miss Adele, Miss Angel Adele Kia don't talk about you. You understand? Tell me where you tuning in from right now.
Well, Crown Point, Feeder Road,
Mm,
Crown Point.
big up
Mm,
Crown Point. So, Mr.
yeah,
Joseph,
yeah.
where you born and grow? Which part of Tobago?
I didn't born in Tobago. I born Superior, actually, Superior, Trinidad. Yeah,
Nice. But you have some real unique art today that is out of this world. It's not, it's very unique and unusual.
yeah. Well, I never
So
really try to copy ideas from.
unique. You keep it unique.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We never
Nice.
go
So
into that area.
Miss Adele,
Yes.
I would like you to do the honors, please, and introduce to my audience who is Mr. Joseph, please.
Yeah. I would say Joseph is an amazingly talented, multidisciplinary artist. Wood carving is his passion. The doors you saw, those are doors that Joseph carved for me. But he also
Yes.
does work.
Real unique.
He does jewelry. And if you were to go to his house in Siparia, you would see he even does work in concrete. He didn't like how the mason finished the outside of his house. And people drive by that house because there's a giant lion's head on the front of the house. But there are also historical figures like Haley
What?
Selassie and others in cement on the outside of the house. So that's who
But
Joseph.
Mr. Joseph, you know easy.
No, he not.
I would say
But
so.
what
I
is
would say
this?
so. You know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what is
I
this?
think that's
Mr.
what
Joseph,
God wanted us.
what brought you in Tobago? 'Cause I heard they say you were from Saparia.
Yeah, well, Tobago is a, how to say it, a cultural place which I learned plenty from Tobago when it comes to
Nice.
culture, understanding what our culture is about, you know. Because
Yes.
being from Trinidad, you wouldn't get it.
Mhm.
Because there's
Mm-hmm.
we have is a mixed
Yeah.
people, you know? So
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that.
yeah, so I just stay along here and
Mm-hmm.
just contribute to what it is about, you know. And
Yep.
I think it was important because I had plenty to contribute, you know.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
it's evident. So yes, Miss Sharon, big up Tobago on the map. Mr. Joseph flying the flag high and proud too. That's what we're talking about, man. Yeah. So, Miss Adele, tell me what is your experience like about Mr. Joseph Arts so
You
far?
know, I so for me, I see it as really unique work, but also here's a really important piece, especially for somebody of African descent living in the US, that
Right.
his work honors the intelligence, the brilliance, the love that you find in Black people,
Mm,
in Black Trinidadians and Tobagonians. That's what I see in his work. And he's such a skilled artist that, I consider myself, an art patron in a small P. If I was Oprah, I'd be in big P, right?
Talk big, nice man.
you know, but it's been important to me to support his work, but I also look at it as what I've gained from this
Mhm.
experience. And it's important for all of us to know where we've come from through this
That's
work.
right.
It's helped me to understand my own ancestry, not just as a Trinidadian, but in that
Mhm.
context of a person of the diaspora. So Joseph is a whole lot more than
I
that,
agree.
and even rituals and practices. Joseph, remember where we were in Grand Revere, and we were at a point where the river and the sea met. and he keeps up with these practices about spirituality. And so it's like we can't just, we need to do a
Okay.
ritual cleansing. So he's a little shy now, but it's all these aspects. I've done bush baths, at the waterfalls in Tobago, thanks to Joseph. So it's some of that experience.
Okay, Mr. Is he frozen?
No,
No, he's
I don't
still.
think I'm frozen. I watching y'all.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think,
getting a delay.
Yeah. It's not
Yes,
delaying on our end.
Miss Jojo say you from Trinidad and Tobago.
yeah, well, I would say so because one people, one purpose, one, and then again, we
Hold on.
talking Trinidad, Tobago, we talking African, we talking about culture, we talking about diaspora. So all, I think, purpose is one.
Hold on.
We can hear you. And Miss Jojo, yes, I am from Trinidad.
Okay, can you all hear me? The connection is very crazy and I'm
Yeah, we can
can
hear you.
anybody hear me
I,
or see me?
I,
Yes,
I
yes.
hear you.
Okay, my
You hear?
connection is moving a bit. Yeah, well, my connection behaving weak like all my past relationships, so bear with me. So,
Right.
Miss so Miss Adele, tell me, show us some of the pieces that's for sale now. Let me
Yeah,
put you on big screen so that we could get it. Hang on.
yeah.
Let me put you on right. Woo! Hello, baby. That's
Um,
beautiful.
you've got the hibiscus,
What? And that's the
and
pan down there?
that's the pan down there. And
Mm.
the thing about it is also really tactile. He's really mastered how to do the
Wow.
dreadlocks. So,
Yes.
the texturing of it.
You could see
Um,
it.
and you know what too, that Joseph is unique in terms of how he polishes them. That his method of sealing it in is actually using shoe polish. And so, that is,
Wow.
yeah, and he'll use a toothbrush to brush it and so there's a
Yeah.
smell even to it. And I've had these for some years.
What?
Um,
Some years?
this
What?
one, COVID, haven't been
Some
able
ye-
to get them
no,
out
but
before.
some years and it looking good, sir. That's
Yes,
what I mean. Like it look as if he just did it.
yes. And
Oh,
this one is going for 175 US.
okay.
You would have a piece that nobody else has.
So,
And
Miss Adele, before you move on, does each piece have a name or something?
some pieces have been named. This one has not
Okay.
been named.
Right.
Yeah. This one has not been named. I know something though people often say
Okay.
is that the figures that
So,
he
if
carves,
someone wants to buy this piece, how do they identify it?
mm, um, hibiscus man and woman.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Hibiscus man and woman.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you? Yeah.
Whew. It's the connection.
So we'll call it that. And I could put it in the chat box.
I am on the correct one.
Okay.
Okay, so Miss Adele, where did you reach? My connection is really a bit messed up this evening, so I'm just
Okay,
trying to work with it.
that's okay.
So
We'll call
forgive
this
me for
one.
that.
We'll call this one
Right.
hibiscus man and woman, and I put it in the chat box.
Mm, right.
Yeah, and I think I
Mm.
said 180 US.
180 US. Okay.
Yes. And
Okay.
then this one, we'll call it two faces. That you see the way he's carved it, right? Along the back,
Yeah. Yes.
right?
Wow.
And this is
Mm.
175 for this. So two
Ah,
faces. And there are
yes.
some other pieces that for 100, which this is one of my
Mm.
favorites. The foot.
Right.
Check in the slipper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, seen it literally. Mr. Joseph, but you not easy? Hey, you not easy at all, at all.
And then you have the fist.
Wow.
So
What? No, man. No, no, no. I had to pay Mr. Joseph a visit. Mr. Joseph, where you located right now? You in Tobago?
Yeah, I live in Tobago. Peter
Would you
Road,
be,
Crown Point.
would you be in Crown Point at your spot tomorrow?
Tomorrow is my Sabbath.
Ah, okay. Don't worry. During the week, I'm finding you.
yeah.
Yeah, I could get more call in a week, yeah. So
Yeah. Miss Adele, what was the price for the feet?
These are 100. The foot is
Right.
100 US.
Right.
The fist, this is the last one that I have because this has been a popular one. This is 100.
Yeah, yeah. I know
Yeah.
this one properly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
And if
popular.
you, I mean, you look at the detail of it, of the knuckles. Yeah. Yes. And yeah, I see someone likes this one. Yeah, I'll show it to you again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Miss Adele. You go ahead and show what you
Oh,
have. Oh, that's the
yeah.
ones that you have for sale.
Oh, well, you know what? I have one other. I didn't know if we'd have time.
Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead and show them, man. Show
You
them off
know,
unique talent.
yes, this is consider this one hibiscus man and woman two. So hibiscus man and woman one, hibiscus man and woman two. The hibiscus is down at the bottom with the steel drum. So it's a little different. This is a little smaller than the other one. That this one I would say would be 165
Okay.
US. So
Right.
165, 180. You could see the difference in terms of the sizes. Yeah.
Nice. So I think I have two pieces here you could tell us about these
Okay.
two.
Yeah. Joseph, tell them about that one. Yeah. Who is that one?
yeah, well that is just my interpretation of Selassie. I just
Nice.
wrote it from the piece of wood how it was because I like the contrast of the colors, how it fading. So that was just
Right.
an idea. And most things else doesn't watch pictures actually. So you will make a calculation on what you're seeing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because most of these things is imagination.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And these are about 3 feet.
Woo.
So yeah, these
Wow.
ones are about 3 feet. So those are, really masterpieces. This one would go for about 1,000. The other
Okay.
one is not for sale, but as an example, because we're saving it
Yeah.
for an exhibit. So
Right.
yeah, and as you saw, it's all hand done.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, right. So let me post the flyer for those who would like to contact Mr. Joseph to get in contact with his arts. Also, we will be posting it on social media with the necessary information so that you could also be contacted.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
a
you have to take
something
a
like,
screenshot.
yeah.
Sorry?
That's actually that's part of my private collection, what you're looking at right there of the foot. Uh
Mm-hmm.
so I have my own little collection, and that's another you could see the detail of his work. And if you were to stop by,
Yeah.
yeah. So from
Wow.
pieces like this to if you are looking for a door that, commemorates, local culture or anything that you want carved on it,
Yep.
Joseph is able to do that.
Yeah, I just find it's really, really amazing. I can't wait to see it naturally. What's that? Okay, somebody's like shooting my ears. Okay, so guys, those of you in the audience, hope you all did screenshot the contact information so all you don't know how to get in contact with Mr. Joseph or Miss Adele as well with any of the pieces that you all would like to have. It could be yours. You
Yeah.
understand? Go and pretty up all your home with some beautiful art from Mr. Joseph, right? So thank you. I'd like to take this time to thank you, Miss Adele and Mr. Joseph,
Thank
for
you.
taking your time and coming on, making it possible, to take us into this adventure of such unique arts. Really, really, it was enlightening. I'm moved by it. I usually see this somewhere up Mariah. I saw someone with something like this, but I always wonder what type of art is this. So for
Mhm.
me, it was really it was adventurous to me. So I learned. So that's why I get excited now because it's like I understand now. You always pass these things, but you're just like, what is that? As a young person. So for me now, it's just like, wow. Now that I understand, it's like, yeah, boy.
Yeah.
So you kind of just understand the meaning of it basically. So there
Yeah.
are so many wonderful pieces behind Mr. Joseph, said one of the persons in the audience, Miss Sharon. So, Mr. Joseph, you are very talented. You're really, really good at what you do. It's
Well,
amazing.
what I'll tell you, thanks for your compliments.
No, you're welcome. You deserve it. You don't even have to say
Yeah.
thanks. Bow. You deserve it. So,
Right.
could you tell the audience where you sell at this moment, where they could find you before you leave?
Well, at this time, I'll be at Head Cornerstone. That is on Strawberry Old Local Road.
Right.
They find Head Cornerstone, they will find I.
And those who in the diaspora that may want to buy a piece, they could contact you via the information on the flyer.
Yeah, they can
Yeah,
contact
I think.
me. Yeah, and I'll coordinate that.
Right. Okay, so they will be contacting Miss Adele. Awesome.
Yeah.
Right. So on the inside make things are good. Miss Adele, you holding some treasurable pieces there, I love the one with the hibiscus and the rose too much. I love
Thank
it. I
you.
love it. It's
I
nice.
I love you. So I mean, we are gonna meet when I know I'm not on the list for your food, but I'm gonna just put that out there, okay? Because
You could do that. You could do that.
all right, because you can't be talking
Yeah.
like that and not invite me for some food.
Not at all. Don't worry. By the time you get here, it might have you might come into JB's Cuisine. And Miss Cheryl, how that song?
That sounds
You
real good to
understand? Don't
me.
worry. We gotta come up with something then. You might be coming into my restaurant to eat.
All right.
So one of my directors and cheerleaders said they would be buying that one so everybody could forget about it. The one that I like? What kind of thing is that?
Oh,
What kind of thing I can buy the one I like?
this one?
Yes, I love that one. That one is just beautiful. I love that one bad.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
So other than get one to forget about that piece.
Like that.
Anyway, so thank you so much, Miss Adele. And
Thank you.
Mr. Joseph. We love you all, and we do worry we will have all day again to see what is the new arts that Mr. Joseph come up with. He's so unique with these things, like natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep up the good work, man, and continue to, you know, wave the flag
Yeah, give
high.
thanks. Yeah, give thanks. Yeah, blessed. Blessed to you.
Blessings to you too.
Yeah.
All right. So you all have a good evening. Thank you, Miss Adele and
Thank
Mr.
you. Thank you
Joseph.
for having us.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. Well, let's see thing. Big things are going on. I just find it very beautiful as young people, and it's good for our young people to understand what these things are. We pass it and we don't understand it. So it feels good to me to understand and to know it's just meaningful now. So I'll let them know. So I'll let know what we're going to go into. I'll let them know now is Tobago history and assess and ancestry, sorry, that word I always tie up my tongue. Learning with Ahwee own walking encyclopedia, Dr. Rita. Tell us more about our amazing work of art. You understand? Coming from Tobago, yeah, from Tobago artists, we need to know more about our history. So, are you ready for that? But wait now, before I bring out Ahwee walking encyclopedia, Dr. Rita, you understand? I had to pause for a little minute, seeing that we feature in Tobago art of class. Let me show all some of my Pride of Tobago brother AV painting as well. Let me Cheryl, your boy. Look your boy. I remember AV. These are some of AV's painting here as well. That's some of them were sold right here on live with JB. I let them know big things are going. This was the bushy body. This was the belly dancer. This one was the passion's embrace. This one was the Gandhi hustle. Yeah. So, other don't know. Big up AV, my pride of Tobago, brother. Big up your whole self. That is what we're talking about. So, with no further ado, let me bring out Ahwee. All are we? Mine, yours. All are we? Walking encyclopedia. Dr. Rita with all her beautiful accessories and clothes on that I love to see every week.
Hello, good evening.
Good
Good evening,
evening, Dr.
everyone.
Rita.
Hi,
How are
darling. How are
you?
you?
I
I
am
noticed
good.
I noticed you didn't put me on your list for food, but I'm going to put myself.
Oh boy, everybody want to get on the list. Don't worry. You get in first class too. You deserve first class.
I am coming. Invited or
Yeah,
not, I will be there.
you could come.
Okay, thanks. Yes. So, so you want us to talk about art. Um, one of the things we have in our history is art of other people, how other people saw us. Now,
Mhm.
art is an inner what you will call a reveal is an expression of your inner self. So when you speak to somebody
Wow.
who's an artist, you say, but this is a green wall, but I'm not seeing it green as an artist, I'm seeing it whatever colors, but that art comes from inside. And in the early years of schooling, it was felt that art was good for little kids, but then they had to grow into something more meaningful in inverted commas. And schools
Wow.
didn't offer art as a subject to take you forward for a long time. So you had in Tobago the development of an art society, which was started by Mr. Eddie Hernandez, and he trained
Mhm.
the first set of serious artists that we have. When I say serious, people who took art to the highest level. Dr. Armstrong, Mr. Wilcox Morris, so he had this little art group underneath the building, the administrative building. And from that, those persons who went to that class, they blossomed into being serious international art figures. But I would say that the art that we give expression to is a reflection of our roots. So
Right.
the wood carvings, an art is something very very much an expression of who people are in the African world. For
Wow.
Africans, art is not just the stuff to hang up on walls. There's art in
Hmm.
their clothes. There's art in the items they use daily. If you go to Haiti, you see art on the streets, at the buses and trucks and cars are all painted. People are given expression to their inner selves. So, but art is a very important part not only of our being, but of our history, because art is also a record. You know, you could have records in documents that are written, but you can have records in art and photography and so forth that keeps us alive with images of how
Wow.
things used to be. So the the wood carvings tell us a story.
Hmm.
They tell us a story, right? So the artist is moved to record something about us. So we have a male and a female, and we have pan, and we have flowers, and we have braids. Each of those items reflects something in the history of the country. The flowers, the floral
Yeah.
side of life, the culture being the pan, and the braids being a period in our history when people thought much more of their natural hair than was the case the period before, when you thought you had to make your hair look like somebody
Hmm.
else's hair. So you get
Wow.
all of that from an artist and from art of any kind. And then the carvings are also reflective of what you can do with what you have, because decorations, when you take decorations, you think of something that you have to buy from a store, and there you have
Yeah.
somebody taking pieces of wood and making something very unique, which you could use to add some flavor to your decor. So it's of historical value, it's also of practical value, it's also environmental friendly. And so you could use pieces of wood that would normally be discarded into the garbage or something. You could make something out of that. And when you read the books about the history of the island, they talk about
Hmm.
there's a list of trees that used to be there, and they're classified. They tell you, well, these were useful for construction, and that was the only use that that was then valued. What was good? The teak, and well, we didn't have teak, but we had green heart and purple heart, and all those other ones. Oh yeah, I'm calling
Okay.
mixing up names right now, but cedars and so forth, that
Yeah.
were valued, right?
Hmm.
But the others were not of any value. But now here you have somebody who come and he could take any kind of wood. Some will tell you sapodilla wood is real good for carving. You get different colors,
Hmm.
So art has value. It is a record. It gives expression. It's an identifier. It tells you how people feel about themselves and to
Yep.
remind you just who you are. So collect your art, and I want to come and see them too.
Me, I want to collect it from Miss Ali, and I should get it. She will send it for me.
Oh, okay. Okay. Fair enough. Arlene is lucky. I don't know when I
Tell me
get it.
about it.
If I put my finger on that, I don't know if I get it by you. Sorry.
Look, Bacchanal, we're gonna fight for one piece of art, boy. Oh God, Miss Adele and Mr. Joseph, will they make Bacchanal in this place?
They are big history, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
So, Dr. Rita, it's always very, very appreciating. I always love, you play a very important role, every week, every time we have a show in teaching us and educating us more about, the history of Tobago, the culture, where we come from, basically. And, every week, no matter what topic we on, you always have something educate us and open our minds a little more. So thank you so much for being such a studious student in school that you could teach all of us for today. We love you and we'll continue to appreciate you. And I can't wait to see what you have in store for us next week in terms of teaching us something new about our history. So
okay.
Yeah, because these are some unique arts, man. So thank you so much, and you have a good evening and enjoy the rest of the show backstage with
Okay.
your beautiful accessories. Check the chain, Papa Laps. Me and about you now. Me not able with you at all and all these unique things. I love it too bad.
All right, darling.
All right, you're welcome. Listen now, it's so amazing sometimes to understand things. You know, you can know things, but it doesn't mean that you understand things. You just know about it, but you don't understand it. So it's good to understand. So this is one of the nice evenings where a lot of things that you were probably I were confused about, I understand now, and I hope it is the same for some of you all. Good evening, Miss Bernice, Miss Tessa. I saw somebody else tuned in, Miss Patsy and Miss Diane. Good evening. Nice to have you all on. So we're going to move in. We're going to move on to reveal number 3. And as I say, all you have no fear. Relax all yourself. We come out to have a good time, have fun. We come to vibes with each other. So I had to bring back out Miss Adele. Because since Miss Adele is a pro at uncovering uniquely talented artists, here what? I'm going to bring she on to while I bring all the other guests, I need she to be on. So let me bring on Miss Adele. Miss Adele, I'm bringing you back on set now, eh?
I'm
All
back.
right. So Miss Adele, I
Mm-hmm.
need you on. I need you on. I need you on here with me
I
because
got
I'm
you
going
back,
to bring out.
Joe.
So before I bring out reveal number 3, all you don't know how the thing does. Go look at this intro video here now, man. Are you ready for this next one here? Then we'll bring on Mr. Superfly now, man. Good evening, Mr. Super.
Yeah, good afternoon.
How are you
How you
this
doing?
evening?
Well, tired and just come from work.
Nice. I good enough.
And
I good. I here enjoying the view of your unique arts, man.
yeah, but I would like to show you something that I used to do when they had a mud ban in Tobago.
Oh God. Show me.
Well, this picture here, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if I'm showing you if how to put it. How I
You
to
might
show
kind of
you?
put it in you might kind of put it in front of you because the camera can't flip. So just bring it a little close in front of you.
Okay,
Or turn the camera.
Mhm.
turn the camera on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and pull down the camera a little bit. Woo!
Oh,
What is this? You
Yeah.
easy? I used to like
This
mud mask too bad,
well
Bring down the camera just a little bit more.
yeah.
Right?
But I wonder
Look at you.
if I could put it here and then put the camera on it. So you seen
No,
it?
yeah,
yes.
yeah, we are seeing it. Hold on,
You
let me just remove the.
you seen it
Right.
good?
Who that there? Who
That is
that?
Superfly. This is
Covered in
Superfly.
mud.
Yeah, but it's an image
What is
of a
this?
African carving. If you watch the Kong
Yeah.
and you watch how it
Mhm. Yeah.
designed, it's an African carving. Yeah. When this band
Oh.
when I bring the band in tongue, this band used to bring first and second.
Hmm.
What
When I
is
stop when I
this?
stop play the mass, the mud mass, I give
Mhm.
my little brother
Yeah.
and they do what they have to do, and then it's not like this again. Then this was the
Oh
next
boy.
this next picture here. See this one?
Ooh.
It's it's
Wow.
old
Wow.
old mass. Old
Mhm.
mass and it is
Mhm.
with the sea fan. You know the fan from the sea, the old sea fan.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And this year is banana leaf.
Wow.
And what you see me, how you see my face looking white and brown.
Hey, you
This
not easy, you know.
this is
Go
flour.
ahead.
Flour. You know flour
What
you
is
bake bread
this?
with.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
this was the next portrait that I used to do carnival time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Miss Adele. Mm-hmm.
art is
Go
something in
ahead.
every one of us. Every one of us have art.
Wow.
We have art in a different way,
True.
just waiting to bust out.
Yeah.
Because
Hmm.
I am self-taught. Nobody never teach me.
What? Were you all these ads that I just show here on this video that my audience just see? Nobody teach you to make those things?
Well, when I just started
Hello,
making,
hello. Here what? Time to put that camera back on you. We need to see the man behind all this here. Put back that camera. Put back that camera
well,
now. What
when
bacchanal is this? You
when I
ain't
started
easy?
when I started do this is when I leave Tongue because I had business in Tongue. I leave Tongue,
Right.
nobody know where I went. Pigeon Point. I used to sell on a table in front of the jetty.
Wow.
I used to go no man's land every
What kind of
Wednesday,
thing is it?
every
Mm-hmm.
Saturday to sell what I make in no man's land. I start picking up driftwood, all kind of like a wood that coming from the sea, and
Yeah.
start a carve. Before I finish carve it sometime, it sell because the people and them used to stand up and watch me carve and just
What
buy.
you do it? What is this on
And
spot?
when I start a carve
Wow.
home, my wife used to tell me, put them downstairs. Why? Leave them downstairs. Don't bring them upstairs. So I got accustomed to not bringing thing in the house. Why? Because when you just start a carve, it used to be so ugly. And
Mm-hmm.
she never used to want to appreciate it in the
For it,
house.
yeah, for it to become the beauty of it. Yeah, yeah.
And
Before you see the ultimate beauty.
you know the ugliest piece of carving that sell faster than this refined looking
Tell me
pieces
about
of
it.
carving.
Yes, yes. So
I
tell
sell
me
some
now, Mr. Superfly, you made that eagle thing your hand on there?
when I started to make eagle, right?
What is this I
It
see in
was
here?
so ugly. It was so when they watch
Well,
it, they go say that is not an eagle. It used to look like a cockrico. It used to look
wow.
like all kind of
Oh,
bird, all kind of
oh
different
my
birds. It used to look
God.
like. But practice normally make perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And then by listening to my family talking to me, and some of them
Yeah.
encouraging me, and they strengthening me. I have an uncle, he died. He was an archbishop in South Africa. He was
Mm.
telling me that my aunt, which is Enola Arnold, she died too.
Okay.
She said that
Wow.
she have it life just like you, right? She was an artist too. She used to teach Central School,
Wow. So it's a generational kind of inheritance
and
blessings. What
and
is this?
one thing my uncle tell me, he said
Tell me.
The African race don't have to
Mm-hmm.
learn nothing to do nothing. Why? Because they was the first in the world. The first everything
Wow.
was Africans. You say everything start in Africa. So
Wow.
that's what strengthened me. And I just talk to the youths and them because I have the youths under control. The youths and them can't give me attitude, they can't give me no
Yeah,
trouble
that's good.
because what the Lord have in plan for me is to nurture them. And
Right.
I realize what is the problem with the youth. The youth is the parenting giving all the problem.
Yep.
The youth and them they're good.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop Bishop's High School. It had two youths was up by me here going Bishop's High School, and the mother tell me they again trouble in school.
Oh boy.
And when I talk to the bigger one, you know what he tell me? He say in the morning he doesn't see the mother when he get up. He don't see his father.
Wow.
They're going to the casino to get
Mm-hmm.
money to start to play and get
Yeah.
breakfast and all that thing. So
Hmm.
you see, what you instill in your youths is for life. If
That's
you
right.
instill
That's right.
nothing in them, they will have nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
And what we
I
doing,
agree.
we cursing them and blaming them. So they
True.
could be bad. We have to
Yep.
stop curse them and we have to stop blame them. We have to try
Yeah.
to help them. And as a mother, I tell plenty mothers, I say, as a mother, your mother, being a mother is for life. You attend
That's
for
right.
1 day, attend for 2 days, your mother is for life. And one thing that is instilled in them is the Ten
Mm-hmm.
Commandments.
Bring your
Some of
time
them
to
telling
bring it
yes,
back. Yeah.
I know the Ten Commandments, but they don't know the Ten Commandments in order. They know the Ten Commandments like thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not
Yeah.
steal.
Randomly. Yeah.
But God don't want it to be that way. God wanted to be in
True.
order, in accordance with His will, and
I
this is
agree.
our problem.
So,
But
go ahead.
I
S-
I love what I'm doing, and the amount
Right.
of pull down I get and fight down, and
It
a
happens. Yep.
man, a man cause a problem down in Pigeon Point across no man's land. He telling me no man from tongue mustn't come down Kong Point and
Hi.
control because
Hey.
he
How about
realized
that?
that people
One
that's
flicks.
people that's coming and that's supporting me, so he didn't like that.
Nah, man. We don't live so in Tobago. He don't know that. Eh.
Well, I just
No,
I
no,
just
no. We're
I
nothing of
just
that.
here. I tell him, I say, you know what is correct?
Oh boy.
Correct is right. And
Yeah.
I I wishing you all the best in what you. He was a reef man. I say, I wishing you in all the best. You get all the people that carry the reef. I don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the
Yeah.
problem, and I face real problem down in Pigeon Point. Real problem
Yeah.
as I use.
So, Miss Adele, let me ask Miss Adele a question. Miss Adele, with all these unique, beautiful ads that you're seeing here from Mr. from our wee boy Superfly, right? That nobody taught him. He taught himself. What do you have? Do you have any questions for him?
Yeah, one of the things I think, knowing that you have an audience who may be watching this, who they're from outside of Trinidad and Tobago, and what I hear you speaking to is about the culture behind the art. And so for people outside who don't know about Mud Mask,
Yeah.
or the one you were describing where you use the flower, can you just share a little bit about, what you understand about that? Where did it come from? What does it mean? So for those who don't know about it, so they get a little bit of the history, yeah.
Yeah, but how I come about doing this flower and this banana leaf is that as a youth growing up, I always like to invent. I always like to do something unusual. If if you really know Superfly, right now they're calling me Mr. King, and the shop is Young King because I didn't call myself so. It's two great people call me Mr. King and Young King, so I claim it.
Yeah.
But being a king is a chosen one.
Yeah.
And my mother used to call me. She gave me a second name that I don't like at all, Henry. And I used to tell mommy, what you gave me this old man name for? I don't like Henry. And I get to understand later on that Henry was a king, but he was a bad king. I am the good king.
Yeah. So
And
the
and what I what I used to do is that every time we have carnival,
okay.
I used to try to organize something different to portray.
Yeah.
And you know who I learned from?
Who?
It had a guy called, they used to call him Tony Rum.
Mm-hmm.
Every carnival, he used to come in town and pick a set of banana leaf. He picked the whole banana tree and with a board gun and all over town. I said, this man, I could learn something from this man. So I picked the banana, the dry leaf,
Yes.
and went home, sit down home. I bring up some sea fan from the beach
Yeah.
and bring them home, and I take my mother flour that she then make bake with and bread, mix it in water, and start to design a costume with myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have my little mirror, watching to see how it looking. I have a mirror downstairs, looking and see how it look. Then my wife could tell me, yeah, that looking is it looking presentable.
Yeah. Is
And
is
I
is
I is the only man I could I get to play this because I try to get people to play, but they don't want to put flour on their skin, right?
okay.
Because flour does stick onto your skin and like start to lock up on your skin. So you have to keep wetting it, sapping it, keeping it moist.
Yes. So you were pretty brave to do that. So is mud mass part of the tradition of Trinidad Carnival?
Well, right now, mud mass is our international mass in Tobago, not Trinidad. We play more mud in
In
Tobago
Tobago. Yeah, that's true.
because the biggest band that's be in Tobago is mud.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to bring it from Bagatelle, Kodlahole.
Yes, I know about that. I never missed one since I'm in Tobago. We talk
And
big.
when people start to be disorganized, because the days I used to play with a guy they call Kong from Old Road, big guy. I 1 year I was playing with Kong and I had on a mask face, ugly mask face, and Kong had his normal face and was looking uglier than me. They call him Kong. He's a joiner wrong in Old Road. He's still
Uh-huh.
alive. And we used to have the mud band coming down in order. We had rope, so you can't come out of the rope. You had to stay in the rope because we don't want to mud up nobody.
Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And I when I leave Kong, I started to bring my own band from the hill, called La Hall, Bagatelle. Yeah. Big band.
Do you
So
know how it got started? The mud mass?
mhm. Yeah. A guy called Sadie from Kola Hall. Sadie and it have a next one called Fatso. Sadie, Fatso, and Opoku Warrior, which is the pain. Let's call him Pain.
Mm-hmm.
Opoku Warrior, let's call him Pain. He and them fellas started to bring a mud, but the mud was weak.
Mm.
When they bring the mud, it's more close. They're playing in the mud band.
Mm.
They ain't playing mud, and you know they ain't getting enough mud. I used to go Bloody Bay, Castara, land some meat to get mud, different color mud, all kind of thing. And I had to boil the mud before I put it on the skin and throw alcohol in it after to purify it so that you know
Yeah.
it ain't gonna itch your skin and you're not gonna no scratching and no you know.
Yeah.
So they have a rum they call the 95% from up the hospital. I used to get it. I can't tell you how I used to get it because with that does purify the alcohol.
Yeah.
And when you put that in the alcohol, your skin used to get smooth after you finish play. You play mud. So it's something that people have to really take serious. Everything in life, you have to take it serious. If you're not taking it serious, well then you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Just so with this banana thing, I played this for 3 years, you know. This banana and sea fan and old fencing wire. All can see here is an old fencing wire. If you notice here.
Oh, we may have lost him. I think we lost him. Okay. So, wow, that to me, I think it's really important. What I love about this is that, I know a little bit about, Trinidad and Tobago culture, but then I think when you hear from people from a little older generation, and that they can speak to, these parts about the history and, one of the reasons I wanted to do the book was to really write down some of the history and some of the culture. So, Mr. King here naming people in Tobago who are responsible for starting, the mud band. And that if you don't write that down, in a few generations, that's a name
Okay, I think
that
that
would
I
be
lost myself too.
like that.
I don't know if
So,
you're hearing and seeing me still, but I'm
yeah,
here.
yeah.
I know this
So,
internet service is bad.
So yeah, I appreciate JB you bringing Mr. King on to learn a little bit more about the mud mass. Now, I think we're having a little bit of trouble. if anyone has a question you want to ask, I'm checking the chat box, and so I can respond, or there's something you want to ask. I see Miss Sharon. I know I'm not going to do as good a job as JB, but Miss Sharon, I see you're still hearing us. But if anyone has a question that you'd like to ask, I'm happy to try and answer. Um, yes. And I see Miss Bernice. It sounds like you know Miss Arnold, that she was your art teacher in Scarborough. Wow, that Tobago has quite a few art teachers since the program began, and one of the people, Miss Marcia, um, it was her dad who helped the Tobago Art Society begin, and I was able to interview her. Edward Hernandez. I was able to interview her about her dad, Edward Hernandez, and that's that to me was the joy of doing the project, to be able to learn about, how the art programs in school started in Trinidad and Tobago. And let's see here. Miss Patsy, welcome. Tony Ward, one of Scarborough characters. Okay. Just getting a little bit of the history. And hopefully JB will be back soon. Let's see here. If you have questions or there's a comment that you'd like to make, please feel free to pop it into the chat box. This is a new world that we're in, right? It's like, ooh, you could just jump in because half the time for work you're on Zoom.
Miss Adele,
like that.
you're seeing me?
It's all good, girl. You are fabulous.
Miss Adele, could you hear me or see me?
Yes, I can. Yes. I can hear you and I
Hello.
can see you. Let me yes, I can hear and see you. Yeah.
I think one of my directors will have to wrap this show up for me or something. I'm not. You all hearing me, but I not. My screen frozen all the time.
Yeah. I,
I'm gonna do
so,
again.
um,
And
go ahead. Someone asked where Edward Hernandez is from. I am not sure where, but when they established the new
God,
art
help me, Lord.
center in Tobago, I know a lot of his work is there. And yeah,
Oh boy,
you're doing
what's
great.
happening with this thing? Hi, Miss Adele.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah. So I'm not sure where Edward Hernandez is, but his daughter was an art teacher,
Okay.
Miss Marcia Divines, and she just recently
Miss
retired.
Adele.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're hearing me and seeing me now, right? Yes, I'm seeing you backstage, directors. I don't know what was taking place. I was off and not hearing everybody freezing up. So where do we go from here? I have to bring on Miss Adele is hearing me. Oh, so you're hearing me.
Yep.
Adele, you may have to jump in for Charlie. You may have. Okay, so let me bring on Miss Lyons now. Okay, so let me. Okay, Lord, help me.
Yeah.
Hello, Miss Lyons.
Hello, JB. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's a bit delay, but I can hear you.
Great. So, welcome to the real world of technology. It's all happening. So,
Yeah.
is Mr. Roldan on backstage?
Yes, he is.
Okay, great. So, I'm going to run through this section. Hopefully, JB, you won't fall off again. So, I'm going to take this segment through very quickly. And then, so this evening, as we say it, JB, Make it make sense.
Yes.
So we're into the Catch the Wave Solutions Forum, Return to Paradise, Paradise Tobago. And so this evening segment, just as we kicked off in the safety segment, where Captain Ricardo gave us a little insight, telling us about reopening, kicking off to a safe environment so patrons can get the best that Tobago has to offer. So this evening, I will talk a little bit in the Make It Make Sense, or MIMS as we call it, segment. I will just talk a little bit about some of the experiences that Catch the Wave Solutions already has lined up for our vacation patrons and guests and visitors to Tobago. So I know you've got some of the flyers on the packages that we offer, that we are putting together along with our partner stakeholders, including accommodation, marine tour operators, nature tour operators, work paradise partners, sanctuary dreamers, where persons can just while the time away with spas and so on. So we've got a number of these packages that I will just ask JB to just show very quickly, and then I will move straight into a special guest I have on this evening who will be joining me so we could talk a little bit about how we work together to move the tourism experience to a next level here on the island.
Okay. Okay, hang on, guys. I just have to share my screen. Yeah.
So y'all can look
Hang on.
forward. Of course, Tobago, as we all know, is one of the best, if not the best, Caribbean island with diversity and uniqueness in its experiences and all that it has, starting with its history and, of course, also with its sight, sounds, culture, food. And so what we are seeing here, we talk at Catch the Wave Solutions, live, love, and experience Tobago. That's all that Tobago has to offer. And of course, it's about return to paradise. And some of the packages, as we have the experience packages, right, of course. So you see our packages, which we have the naturalist, foodie delight. So if you want to just taste of all the foods, get into the culinary, the exotic culinary taste that we have here on the island, with food cooked in all different forms, from on the beach, on this stone fire, bonfire, all in the dirt oven. You get the bread. You'll have an exceptional foodie delight. We also have the Marine Explorer, where of course you will get to experience some of the best dive sites around the island. And we, of course, we are in partnership. You all would have met Captain Marvel. And we also have some very interesting and unique. So once you're on board and you come through Catch the Wave Solutions, we are taking Tobago, this beautiful paradise, and packaging it in such a way that you can experience more than one area of Tobago when you do come in. We also have the Sanctuary Dreamer, which is another experience that we have where you can experience the spa, yoga, sip and paint, just beautiful time, me time. And then there is tea time, which the golf experience, well, most of you would know that we have already launched our golf and more experience. Well, that comes with tea time, where you can have the experience of playing golf at one of the best, the most relaxing golf courses that you'll find in the region. And then as well, we do have, for those of us, I know several people would love, now that we are experiencing and we have a lot of experience in working virtually, the Work Paradise, which at some of our partner locations, you can sign in, sign on, log in, and stay safe and work from some of the most beautiful and scenic locations that we have on the island. So those are some of the experiences that we at Catch the Wave Solutions, in association and partnership with some of the most unique accommodations, beautiful and peaceful accommodations, non-traditional accommodations, as well as the tour operators. We are also going to have what we would call some jungle runs, where you can experience the jungle and you can actually overnight and have your meals served up on that experience with professionals, professionally trained, internationally trained security personnel who will be accompanying you on those jungle tours. And then, of course, we do have regular tours through the rainforest, along our rivers and waterfalls, and that's called the Naturalist. And we've got turtle watching once you come at that time of year. So it's an experience that you really don't want to miss. So for all people in the diaspora, you all are dying to get back here. So jump on a plane. We have Virgin Atlantic is back on the route. We also have BA is back on the route. And of course, you will be able to just relax, sit back, know that you're in a safe environment. You would have heard from Ricardo, captain or Titan of the Sea, the type of protocols that are in place when you go out for any visitor, customer, sanitizing, watching our distance, taking you to places. And of course, you know Tobago. Tobago is what we like to boast of, is the outdoor experience island of the Caribbean. So whether you dining, whether you are snorkeling, whether you are jet skiing, it's all about safe, healthy breathing. So we look forward to welcoming all our guests, local, regional, and international, and especially our friends and family in the diaspora, to come to Tobago, back to paradise. It's the return to paradise, and enjoy a number of these packages. And so for this evening on our Catch the Wave Solutions forum, where we are talking Make It Make Sense, I have with me this evening, I've invited to join me a very special person, again, who is from the marine experience part of our tourism in Tobago. And he is the president of the Jet Ski Association, Roldan Reed. And we are here to just, again, as part of our commitment at Catch the Wave Solutions and the Pride of Tobago, where we speak to promoting, empowering, and supporting what we would like to call a new economy, the economy of the young budding entrepreneurs. And so we are focused on working along with a number of the stakeholders to help get Tobago and all that Tobago has to offer packaged and marketed in a unique and innovative way. So what we have this evening, I'm going to share with you, especially those of you in the diaspora, what we would call our second lend hand project that we have come up with. And that is about lending a hand so that we can have our visitors catch the best wave in jet ski. And so I'd like to ask JB if she can introduce and bring on the president of the Jet Ski Association in Tobago. And we have Mr. Reed. I'm not seeing you. Roll on.
Mr. Reed, camera and mic is off.
Yes, your camera and mic
is off.
If you can hear us, Mr. Reed, you can open up and let's have a little chat. He's not hearing. Mr. Reed. So what it is, I will start when he comes on. When he does come on, we'll introduce. So we don't hold up the show. Let's just go through very quickly. So
Okay.
most of you would know, and those of you who would have followed our website and what we are about at Catch the Wave Solutions and the Pride of Tobago, we have always said, and we have been extending mainly to support Tobago's development and the development of our young entrepreneurs in a number of different ways. And we would have been presenting under the Pride of Tobago banner a number of entrepreneurs, beneficiary entrepreneurs we are working with. So Mr. Reed is calling me. So if you can just give me one moment.
Sure. Let me just put her backstage while she speak to Mr. Reed. So I must say, while we wait for Miss Lyons to come back, I want to say a special thank you to Miss Adele. Miss Adele, are you still there? Yes, she's still there. Everyone is telling me in the comments you did an excellent job. I was trying to clear my screen for the longest while because everything freeze up. Man, I hear nobody, but big things are going. Me know Miss Adele did such a really, really beautiful job. Big up yourself, Miss Adele. Thank you so much. Everything freeze up, so I just had to take everybody off, and left and come back. So, Miss Lyons, are you back? Okay, let me bring out Miss Lyons now.
Thank you, JB. Thank you for that. Thank you. Apologies, the audience. Just techie. This is real. This is real stuff happening
Yeah.
here. That's what technology is all about. Once it's man-made, it's gonna have some flaws, and it's just how we work our way through it. But we having
Yeah.
fun, and this is all about the big go, as
Yep.
we see. So make it make sense. And we're talking here sense and cents. We're talking about the dollars and cents as well. So what has been happening in the marine experience area is that, of course, they have all been closed. Now, many of you would know that our beaches were closed. Our beaches have only started to reopen over the last couple of weeks. We now have an extended time for beach and marine activities up to 6 p.m. What this resulted in, of course, is a shutdown basically of all these entrepreneurs, because the marine experience and all your marine tour experiences are served up by individual entrepreneurs. So from the reef tour operators to the dive instructors to the fishing tours that you will have, whatever it is, once it's that to the jet skis, they are all individual entrepreneurs. So they would have been locked out and, of course, pivoting in different ways to stay alive and survive this pandemic over the past 2 years. And so now that the beaches have started reopening, and you all would have seen Ricardo and the jet skis, or jet ski guys are back on the route. And of course, some of the ways in coming back up is that having had their units, their jet skis down and parked up for an inordinately long time, like 2 years, maintenance and repairs have become a major concern and a requirement for us, as we say, for our return to the jet ski paradise. So in speaking and working with, and the Jet Ski Association is one such organization we have already been partnering with at Catch the Wave Solutions. When we thought we were reopening, we did do special customer service training for them and establishing of suitable protocols, safety protocols for serving guests on jet skis. And so now that we have finally come to this point that we have actually started reopening, it's back to restarting, it's back to getting ready. So one of the things that we at Catch the Wave Solution, and of course in partnership with the Pride of Tobago Foundation, is to offer up, to lend a hand to the Jet Ski Association by seeking support and sponsors to be able to assist with the repairs, cost of repairs and replacement parts, etc., and maintenance for these several jet skis for the operators that have all been laid up. So we are inviting people to
Excuse me, Miss Lyons. I just wanted to let you know Mr. Rowling back. Mr. Reed
Yeah, bring
is
him
back
back on.
on, right?
Yeah, you bring him back on. Once he's come on, I
So
will introduce.
bring him on the
Bring him
screen,
back on.
right?
Yes, you can bring him back.
Okay.
Bring him on. Yeah.
Okay. Let me
Yeah.
bring him on.
Great. So I think we should be getting Roldan, who is the president of the Tobago Jet Ski Association, and with whom we are working now to, as we say, under the Pride of Tobago initiative of Lend Hand, we want to lend a hand to these great guys. And of course, the jet ski as a recreation and a fun activity for visitors to the island is one of the safest as far as the pandemic goes, because you're basically going to be skiing by yourself, and there, as far as social distancing, that is covered, and protocols in signing on, sanitizing, and so will form part of the basic routine. So it seems we are having trouble with getting the president on. So I'll just tell you. So the Jet Ski Association under Mr. Reed, we would like to, on their behalf, invite contributions, financial, or if you are in the field of doing work or having worked with jet skis, to source parts and to support that particular community in the entrepreneurial economy that we are seeking to build. So I would want to just, so the Jet Ski Association has been around for quite some time, since 2011. It has been around, and of course it's watercraft and it goes into the ocean. So of course maintenance is key. So having been not in operation, and there's nowhere else you can operate a jet ski but on the ocean, of course, being parked up for that inordinately long time, a lot of damage would have occurred. So any contribution of any kind from the diaspora, you can send it through to Catch the Wave Solutions. And of course, we'll put up our information at the end of the program so that you all can make whatever contributions. And this is all about assisting the entrepreneurs, the self-made individuals. They work for themselves, they purchase, and those of us who know the investment in jet skis, investment in a jet ski is upwards of, for one unit will be upwards of 100,000 TT dollars. So it is an expensive service platform to maintain. So just so that we can support Tobago and the opening up of Tobago, and given our mandate where and our mantra that we have lived by during this pandemic, which is we're all in this together. We at the Pride of Tobago Foundation and Catch the Wave Solution, along with all our viewers and porters, would like to lend a hand to this particular project in the tourism sector as we seek to reopen Tobago safely and to be able to provide a world-class product to our visitors. So we would like to onboard all hands, bring all hands on deck, and ask you to please support the Pride of Tobago Foundation, our second Lend Hand project, via Catch the Wave Solutions. And we put up bank information that you can send your contributions to. And of course, we will make that presentation. There is a maintenance company out of Tobago as well. And so we'll be supporting another business as well here, that they will be servicing, repairing, and doing the maintenance work on these jet skis so that they can be back on the waters and helping these guys. So I want to say thanks again. And of course, we'll have Mr. Reed, Roldan Reed, another time. But I just want to say your generous contributions are welcome. We are inviting them. And feel free to go up on our website, check us out on the Pride of Tobago Foundation, and make us your contributions. We, of course, will come back. I'll come back with Mr. Reed of the Jet Ski Association and provide an update on how the guys are going and how we are getting them back on the waters. Again, thank you, and I will hand you back over to JB. Again, I say thank you. So thanks again for having Catch the Wave Solutions Forum on your show for yet another week. And we look forward to seeing you all again next week. Minding your business, mind our business, and let's it make sense. So our commitment with
Yes.
this land is to make it make
Make it
sense
make
and dollars
sense.
for the jet ski operators. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
So thank you, Miss Lyons.
Love
By
you
the way,
all.
before you go, I love you. I must talk about your background. I love your background, though. I love Miss Dr. Rita again. Some competition.
It's all about our African heritage, and I just want to say,
Yes.
big up our Africanness. It's beautiful. We that's our heritage, our ancestry, and we love it. And it's so great to hear the stories coming
Yes.
out of Joseph and his
So,
work, his handicraft, and Mr. King Superfly, to see the talent. But we have great things coming. Dr. Rita, we have some great plans to promote our African heritage in Tobago.
we get
See you
work for you,
soon.
Dr. Rita. All right. Thank you, Miss Lyons.
Okay, my daughter.
All right. Only child and all. They hear that? Okay, my daughter. I am the only child. So, all they don't know, all they heard about all the different packages Catchy Wave has to offer for all your treat of themselves, wrongs for their family. Don't just let the tourists come. Because it have plenty people who are live Tobago and don't know a lot of things that exist in Tobago. Don't just let the tourists come and those in Trinidad come and enjoy it. Those of you even in Tobago, buy a package, rounds up the children, the husband, the auntie, the nanny, and go. You understand? And partake in these packages and big up yourself, treat yourself, explore and get to know and understand where you come from and where you born and grow. You understand? So, all they organize all yourself and do come together hand in hand and let's support the jetties. You understand? So, all they don't know. I know all they probably saying to all they say, but the show almost done, and JB and them say it was about celebrating Ahwee arts and music. And all they get a lot of arts, but all they don't know where the music they. Don't worry yourself. We have all your back on live with JB and we have all your back. So for reveal number 4 is Music Magician Mash. So before I bring out Mr. DJ who come in to mash up the dance. Let me throw out the intro video for all you now, man. Yes. Uncle Fred, are you there? Get up, time to get up and dance, man. I am seeing you all backstage, please. Y'all is just confused. What is going on? Lord.
All the fans of soca, let me see you put your hands in the air right now and push them up and up and up, up and up, up and up. When you see we,
you see that trucks in there, keep that. You see that curtain there, keep that. We don't need your fancy stage, brother. Once that Trinity reaching your vet is nice, boy, hands in the sky, we bring vibes. Once we reaching your vet is nice.
Okay, so guys, let me bring out reveal number 4. DJ Mash, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Good
Good evening.
afternoon to you guys. I don't know if you'll hear me.
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear, and I could see you clear too. Let's hope it remain that way.
Nice.
So Mr. DJ Mash, I hear that you come to mash up the dance. So before you mash up the dance, so you tell me where you're
Really?
tuning in, where you tuning in from?
Well, at this point, I'm home, right? I am home in Trinidad. Obviously, I resided in Trinidad for just over the past 10 years,
Okay.
right? Yeah. So I'm
So
currently home.
you're born and grow basically in Tobago then.
Right, so I grew up in Tobago. From a
Okay.
tender age, I came out like maybe like around two. And I was born
Okay.
in Trinidad, grew up in Tobago.
And then
Um,
went back.
Majority of my life went to primary school, went to high school in Tobago.
Okay.
Then I
Which part of
went
Tobago
to
you grew up though?
tertiary,
For the time you were here.
Rocks, Roxborough to be exact. Roxborough,
Pick up
Tobago.
rocks, bro. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So I left that when I finished secondary school. I went further
Mm-hmm.
my studies in tertiary. I did tertiary and then entertainment, and that the journey continued from there.
Nice. But I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I hear you when Bishop won.
Mhm.
And it's not often, we just hear a bishop, grad becoming a DJ. What make you wanted to become a DJ?
All right. Well, I guess it was in me from a young age and from a tender age because my mother would have told me while when I was younger, and she would have carried me to carnival and mass and that kind of thing. I'd always find myself by the DJ or by the music. And she didn't really study it then, but as I grew older, she remembered and she mentioned, she probably say, well, this is probably for you. Um, so music was always a thing I liked. I loved
Okay.
going through high school. I would have been the one, playing in the events in school and that kind of thing. So,
Oh, so music
as
was
in,
basically a passion then.
yeah, it was definitely a passion from a tender age. I mean, I used to run an
Nice.
online while in school. I ran an online radio, a streaming platform, and that kind of thing. So, it was in me from a tender age. It was a passion growing up. Um, when I entered into it professionally, um, I was still in my teens. Yeah, I think I
So
was
you
still in my
started it since you was in
teens.
school?
Yeah,
You ain't
yeah,
easy at all? Hi.
yeah, yeah.
So what was the most fun gig for you being from when you become a DJ?
Um, hmm, a lot of memorable moments. I mean,
Now you must
over
have
the
one or
years,
two
the
that you can
game.
talk about, man. Sell it out.
Hmm. Well,
We want to know about those
you see, every
gigs.
experience every experience is a unique experience, right? Every crowd is
Mm,
different. Every crowd reaction is different. The
true.
way you would play music is different at every event. Each
Mm-hmm.
event I did in the past, I definitely can't remember all, but um, some unique experiences for me were traveling with Ufon to different islands as his DJ. That was
Mm-hmm.
definitely one of my a peak in my career where I actually enjoyed and valued very dearly. Being able
Nice.
to play at some of the more established events, right? As a DJ independently, it showed growth for me over the years. So I wouldn't be able to single out any one event, but
Particular,
what
yeah.
actually brings the joy, yeah, what actually brings the joy to me is seeing patrons happy and seeing patrons enjoying, you executing your talent and passion and allowing them to have that enjoyment now. For
Mm-hmm.
me, that's one of the things that I value most while doing a performance on stage or bringing that level of entertainment to patrons.
Nice. But that's good. So tell me, Mr. Mash. I realize while
Hmm.
researching you on social media, I love technology. Where you study to
Hmm.
become such a technology pro?
All right. So, well, my mom is a teacher, right? My mom is a teacher, and growing up, she would have ensured that I maintain balance. As much as you have a passion, you never know where life can take you. So she ensured that I had
Yeah.
balance in terms of going to
Mm,
college and that kind of thing. So
big up,
I
mommy.
completed school, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up to moms on that one. I completed
Yeah.
school and I was unsure of what I wanted to study because all that was really on my mind is yeah, I would do something, but I don't really know what. I
Yeah.
was doing music, but I know at some point it may have imbalances. So I said, you know what, I would do something that I could basically fit into many different working environments, and technology and IT is based in a lot of different environments. Um,
Right.
all jobs these days need IT, need information technology, you need that
Yeah.
kind of thing. So I studied it. I completed my bachelor's in 2016
You ain't
in
easy.
business computing at SAMS, and then I would have completed my master's just last year, November. Or I graduated in November with information communication and technology. So
Congratulations to
I
you.
would have had some extensive, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I would have had some extensive study period with technology. Not having much work experience in it because most of my work experience would have been in the entertainment industry. All right, so I would have had a number of years doing entertainment full time as a job. I gained a lot of other experience within that field as opposed to
Hmm.
technology. But
But
in
you
terms of
real
the
focused at
educational
what you
background of
doing, man.
technology, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you
Yeah.
have to be because it takes a lot
Yeah.
out of you to balance both. Going to school at the point in time was very difficult for me because I had to balance doing events and making sure you complete your courses so that you don't have to,
Yeah.
spend an expensive period in school. And that was very difficult
So
because
what happened?
balancing
Mm-hmm.
music is something that you have to put time into. If you don't put
That's
time
right.
into it, you're not gonna see the results. So when you go to events, you're not gonna sound the way you need to sound. So it's something that you need to
Mm-hmm.
prep yourself and constantly be going through to make that impact in events. And it was very difficult to balance both. So when I completed my bachelor's, that was a little ease for me
Right.
where I put some more energy into the entertainment and that kind of thing.
Wow. But you ain't easy at all. You have a proper head on your head. Hang on, I just reading this comment. Has he ever gone to a gig with a certain team vibe in mind, but then had to switch because the crowd didn't match that vibe?
Of course. So now that aspect of DJing is called crowd analytics, right?
Right?
And it's very valid. Not a lot of people understand crowd analytics.
You
How
ain't
it works is
easy.
that you
Mm-hmm.
have to be able to understand your demographic and who you. So what I did was majority of the times I
Wow.
would ask the person that is hiring, okay, what is the event like? What type of event is it? What
Right.
is the age group of the event?
Oh,
What's the theme? So you
smart.
have prior information. Just as going to any
Mm-hmm.
other job, you would have prior information. So you know, all right, what you're going to face. So you go an hour before or at least 45 minutes to an hour before to listen what the DJ prior was playing. And then you may start with something. Let's just say for whatever
Hmm.
reason they don't
You
take it.
over
You have to
impressive
be
for
able
me,
to
yes?
analyze and go through and make changes as you go along on the fly. So if you're playing reggae or you're playing soca and you realize the crowd not vibing to that, you need to find a bridging or a song that bridges the gap to change the genre.
Yeah.
And it's basically
Aye.
analyzing your crowd as you go along. It
Mm.
is something that has come over time with experience. So it's nothing that you could learn by the book or you could just catch overnight. It's basically experience. Every crowd is different. Eras
Yeah,
also, era changes a
I
serious thing
agree.
because now um we experiencing an era change where um, what the youths accept now and how they listen to music and the type of music they listen to is not the same as what I would have entered playing music to. So now you have to adapt and change as times go on. It's a evolving thing.
Right.
So it's either you evolve with it or you just forget it. All right.
True. I like that. So, okay. So tell us a little bit what services do you have to offer for those in the audience?
All right. So services on which side? Because I know I'm on both sides in terms of technology and entertainment.
Well,
So
the
in
boats, and
entertainment,
there's
which
both.
one you want? The
You
both?
have services offering for boats. If you have services offering for both, tell we both.
Correct. Well, of
Yeah, well,
course.
tell us both. Yeah.
In terms of DJing, well, of course, that's a service DJing there, providing entertainment. I know I'm capable of if someone doesn't have a sound system for their event, whether it's a wedding or whatever, capable of providing that as well. Hosting services. Um,
Okay.
that's it for in terms of entertainment.
Yeah.
Um, in terms of IT, that's a little bit more extensive because I recently opened my IT company, um, Cross Connection Technology, where we offer a plethora of services, right?
Mhm.
So those services could range from things as web development, app development, IT consultancy, inventory
Mhm.
management, system development. Um,
What?
we have their CCTV camera installations and consultations,
Wow.
networking, PBX installation. So it's a number of things, um, hardware and software installations, office management. So
Okay. You had the
it's
full
very
works.
wide there.
Mhm.
Yes, we do. We have, of course, we have capable persons around it. I'm not in it alone. We have capable persons around that handles different areas, right? So, if persons out there need assistance in technology or may need some consultancy in terms of how they could improve their business through
Yeah.
technology, increase revenue,
Okay.
make their business actually better through technology. This is where we come in and provide consultancy on that aspect,
Nice.
right?
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, definitely you're making Tobago real proud and big up mommy. Mommy did a good job. You understand? And big up Bishop too and big up
Yeah.
music. Got to big up everything, man. That's what we're talking about. So
Yeah, man.
tell me, we have
Nice
for me.
one.
But before we go into there, tell myself and the audience. Have you ever sat behind a desk before? If you ever
In
had a
terms of
desk job, if you ever had a desk job,
yeah, I actually did. I actually
well,
did
what is it?
in 26 in 2014 actually I worked
Okay.
on a project in Tobago in the House of Assembly there, in a secretariat
Big up
division.
you.
And then in 2016 when I completed my bachelor's, I actually was part of the OJT program. So I did OJT
Mm,
for a 2 year period. So yes, I would have.
mm,
It's not something it's not something that I
nice
prefer
man.
or like, but I would have done it in the past just to, you have an experience in every little way. So you know
Yeah.
what the working life is like, and well, okay, I could
Yeah,
do
all
my own
around that you could
business,
fit
or, well,
in
I was always a
anyway.
person, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I was always a person like doing my own business, having things on my own side, run entertainment as a full-time business for quite some time.
You are truly a multi-talented son of a wee soil in Tobago. That's what we're talking about, man. You ain't easy. Be proud of yourself. And you just play sport too. You ain't easy.
Well,
Use a full package.
I played. I don't play sports anymore,
Oh, but
but
you
that
used
was
to.
something I would have done.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, it's still a hobby. I still would like take a little football sweat,
take the
but
little
I
sweat
would have
and
played
thing. Yeah,
cricket.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
cricket I think was the only sport I would have played up to
Yeah,
how
big
to
up
put it,
cricket. I did love my cricket too bad.
level of yeah. I played for Tobago on the 15, on the 13. Those days were on the 19. Right.
Okay.
So I think that's cricket was probably the last sport I would have taken seriously, and then it was the studies and entertainment. So I really didn't have the time to balance.
Yeah.
sport, entertainment, and education. That's a little bit too much.
Mhm.
So, but I mean, from time to time, it's not something that I'm not capable of this,
Yep.
partaking in.
Right. So tell me something. You have any music set up for we for we closing off? I have some music to
No,
play
well,
for
you
we here.
see, no, well, I basically
Uh,
don't really have a setup as to say music setup or in terms of
yeah.
playing an extensive period of songs. But what I can do is give a demo of
Yeah.
how it's actually done.
Yeah, man. That
Probably
go
like a little
work.
two songs and show persons how DJing is done from that perspective, and then I
Yeah.
could probably explain what was done after.
Mhm. Yeah. Go
Um,
right ahead.
yeah, so let me just switch here. Hold on, I'm gonna just take off my camera to switch a bit.
No problem. You go right ahead. Okay, so let's see. DJ mash up the dance over here this evening. It's Friday now. Hello, next week Friday around this time it's going to be other girl birthday. Hello, this is the eve of my hot birthday. Eh? So you see next week around this time, you know, other girl outside after live with JB. You see my parents' face backstage when they hear outside safely. I'm going to be very very safe. So we waiting for Mr. DJ Mash to come now and mash up the dance away.
All right, so let me tell me if y'all can hear properly there.
Yeah, we're hearing you very, very good. Clear.
All right, so I'm gonna do a quick demo of how it works.
Don't
What
hurry
I
up yourself. Take
basically
your
do.
time and do it, man. Go ahead.
Take my time and do it.
Yeah,
All right,
don't
so
hustle yourself.
um,
Come on, Ollie, come off all this seat a little bit, Miss Sharon, Miss Cheryl, Mr. Fred, Miss
so I'm gonna
Lions,
do
Miss
something
Arlene.
and then I'm gonna explain
Hmm.
what's done after, right?
Yeah? I want to see all the backstage. Come, Miss Lions and Miss Arlene. Let's see all the backstage. Come on. All they get up backstage. Yes, Miss Lions. Get them. Hey, get them, Miss Lions. Miss Jojo, I hope you're dancing with your best friend, both you, Ali. Sharon, Miss Anela. Yeah, pan shake all your goal, yeah.
Music sweet, music sweet.
Now I'm feeling to go palace, all kind of thing.
The one who is dancing music is got to be dancing with, got to
Come
be
on,
the
Miss
one
Arlene.
who created the sun
Come on, Miss
and the
Arlene. Let me see ya. Eh, come on. Come on. Yeah. Take Miss Arlene. Come on, Miss Lions. Miss Arlene done off already. Come on, Miss Arlene. Show them. Come on. I catch you. Come on, Miss Lions. Where you there? Come, Miss Lions. Come, Miss Lions. Yes, I put the camera on them. We have pull them out. Come on, Miss Arlene, show me a little move. Miss Lyons, the saying to get up. Come, Miss Lyons, up. Miss Lyons, they're requesting you to get up. Get up. I hope Miss Sharon up and Miss Cheryl up. They're talking about get up. I hope they're up. I come in, I come in. Pull up, pull up. Come, Miss
All right.
Lyons, time to get up.
All right. All right. So that was a little exhibition of how it actually works. Right. Nothing too extensive,
Yeah?
nothing too much. Right. So I'm gonna explain what I did in a nutshell, basically.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Um,
Yeah, I'm hearing you. You go right ahead, Mr. Mash.
I started off with Shadow Dingoli, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I went for 2022, right? Which is
Mm-hmm.
sung by Mikal Tasha and Nyla Blackman. So the both songs speak about Dingoli,
Wow.
and is this is how you mesh songs. This is how you tie things into each other, bridge the gap with the old and the new. Right. Then
Mm-hmm.
let's just say we were in a party environment. Um, you move from the aspect of Dingole. Let's just say we all know what Dingole means.
Mm-hmm.
In a party
For
environment, let's
those
just
for
say it's a
those who
Julie.
for those who don't know what the dengole means, what does it mean?
Dingole basically is a type of the way you enjoy yourself and that kind of
Okay.
thing, no?
Yeah.
Right? So
Like
it's
break loose a
you
little bit.
Dingole,
Yeah.
you have fun basically, right?
Yeah.
It depicts the way you enjoy yourself. If you listen to Mikal's song, Mikal Tesha, which is a young artist, well, I should say the now,
Mm-hmm.
Mikal and Nyla Blackman, they would have sung about those aspects in the song. Shadow also did that, right? You would hear him say, if you're close, tear up. If you're super sad,
Yeah.
you can think,
Talk now.
you know? So, I did that, and then I went to Kerwin's song. So let's just say we're in a juvie. Um, you play Big, 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 Big Dirty, so that's a juvie song. And then you go to Big Bad Soca. That's something that everybody knows basically. I say
Yep.
we are the sound and selectors. So it shows
Every
soca on all
day.
different levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just something simple. I just pull on the fly. Nothing that this is how it works basically.
Yeah, man. But you ain't easy. Use a star. Use a star in them thing there. That song real nice. You ain't easy. But if I tell you something, I go confess something for you. I could confess it. I'm a very honest person on my show. It's had a feel so good. A girl gone for she spoon off. She probably have in the fridge for about how much months it break. Watch the bottle. I trying to open it quick. It break. I can't drink it.
Okay, man, I buy next one, man.
I
Right?
had it there too long, but you put us in the mood, man. You make me feel, yeah. I could take a sip on something and relax. And we talk about, you see, we could have virtual fun. We could have virtual fun, man. So, are you hearing me? Your audio kind of went off and come back on. Yeah, your audio kind of going low and then coming back on. But I just want to say, I want to take the opportunity to thank you so much for coming on and woo, woo, oh God,
All right,
sorry.
you can hear me now?
Yeah, when you were taking off the earphone, I was hearing you throwing it into the whew,
Oh, the
yeah,
pods.
into the
My
bud.
apologies. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's okay. It happens. So thank you so much again. Our Ahwee music musician Mash, who come to mash up the place. But don't worry, we just had nice virtual sessions here, and we know we're gonna have you back soon again, man, on live with JB. Don't watch your head. But big up to
Once
mommy,
there's
as I
time
say.
permits,
She did
man.
a Yeah, she did a really good job. You did a good job by, taking the investment that you would have put into you and so on. So congratulations to yourself, and you
Definitely.
did excellent. And
Thank
you
you.
don't know. We appreciate you, and you continue to stay as focused as you are. You will go places and do a lot of things. I admire that with you as a young boy. Those things from young boys are very rare. So be proud of
Definitely.
yourself,
I
man.
mean, thank you guys for having me as well. It was my
It's a
pleasure being
pleasure.
here. Time is short on my side. I don't really have much time
Yeah,
these days,
I
but
know. I can imagine.
I made some time to just be a part of it. So it was a
Nice,
pleasure
man.
being here, and hope to all the best with the show and going
Yes, man.
forward.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, and hope sometime in the near future we bounce up on some levels.
Sometime in the near future, soon again. And please tell
Definitely.
mommy,
Right?
on behalf of Live with JB and Live with JB audience, we congratulate her for her good work too.
No problem, man. Will do. I
All
think
right.
she's
Have
listening
a
though.
good
I'm not too
evening.
sure. I think she get.
Ah, mommy, big up your whole self. You see the product of what you did? It didn't go in vain.
All right, cool. Bye,
All
guys.
right,
Have
DJ
a good
Mash.
night.
You
Yeah.
take care. All right. So I'll let Dan know. That's how the thing does go. I run from a spoon of the thing, break off all kind of thing. Yes, just make you feel relaxed and nice, man. And that's what it's all about. So, yeah, it's musical art. Yes, Miss Donna. Yes, Miss Jojo. I see dancing taking place backstage. I say, all right, I catch you. Pull you up one time. Catch them on this spot. So we're going to, this is where the air does become rare for all of us. And this is where we have to come to a close. But, it's always a pleasure hanging with you all on a Friday. And, even for you all making that time out of your busy schedule to not miss Live with JB. I love that. That's what we're talking about. All always here every week. And I also see some new faces and, more activities taking place. So, you see when others share up the live what has happened. Yeah, big things are going. Everybody does rock and come in. They does know what time it is. Understand? So thank you all so much for your continued support. I cannot wait to see where we go with all this loving and genuine support from each and every one of you every week. So next week we're gonna be here, same, maybe not the same place, but same time. My directors watch me backstage. Maybe not the same place. Who knows? It's your girl birthday. Girl might jump out on live with JB somewhere outside. We don't know. We all might be in for a surprise. So let me see how the thing will go. So I love all of you all, and please be safe. Protect yourself, protect your loved ones, your family, and everybody around you with this COVID, with this constant rise of the COVID-19. You understand that continues to rip families and loved ones apart. And also, young ladies, please be very safe on the streets. Not just the young ladies, the older women as well. Ladies, please be safe. We're listening to the news. We're hearing, so much as sad news of our young ladies are being raped and killed right here in Trinidad. So you all just be safe out there, and you're going in and coming out. Miss Annette, Miss Elliot, all of you who from Trinidad, and those of you who go over often with regards to business. KD Eastman, big up your whole self. And everybody big up themselves. I love all your bud. And hear what now next week the thing gonna be nice. So thank you so much to my hardworking directors, Miss Arlene and Miss Lyons, for yet another successful show. We did it in spite of all the or not the errors, but the technology glitch. We did it. You understand? We pull it through. So big up all yourself, and I love all you. And all you know what we're gonna close off with? We're going to close off with the team. The team of Catch the Wave new segment. Who could tell me what the theme of that segment is? MIMIS. Who could tell me before I bring it out? Comments? Anybody? Or let me drop it. Have a good evening, all of you all. I love you.
I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. Who me? I don't watch people, man. I'm looking for house and land. Who me? I don't watch people things. I's a queen. I have my own king. Some of them that talk the most, like they know it all. Ask them how they get their Gucci purse. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. Me and cap friend. I fight the battle and Jah give me health and strength. Now it's we. That can't be English, that had to be French. Some of them talk the most, like they know it all. But if the ground water slip and I fall, it's them so go I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. Me and you are no beef. I is the police and you is the thief. The people you think is your friend, them only there cause you have money to spend. Some of them that talk the most,